In this video, we're going to be talking about how to increase reviews for your Google business profile. This is updated for 2025, and just want to show you how you can, go from something like 23 reviews to 95, or maybe 36 to 143, or maybe like this plumbing company that went from 658 to over 1,000 in just a short few months. So this works for pretty much any business that has a Google profile. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Now, when it comes to growing your reviews, there's a couple options, right? You could bribe your mother and your family to leave reviews for you, or maybe help you out. You could hire your best friend's dog to, wag its tail in front of your customers, or you could go the more traditional route of chasing customers and begging them for reviews, or which what most people do is they just kind of hope and pray. So let's talk about how you can avoid all of those options, because really none of those options are the best. What you'll need is you will obviously need a Google business profile. If you don't have one, I recommend you get one set up like immediately. This is pretty much even more important than a website in 2025 and going on. So if you don't have that, get it set up ASAP. I'm sure you can find some other videos. Maybe I'll have a video link to how to do that here shortly, but get that set up. Now, again, this works really well if you actually provide 4 and 5 star service and experience. Of course, you wouldn't want your profile blowing up with 1 and 2 stars, and then of course you need to be doing consistent business so that you're actually getting review growth. So what we'll cover today is how to automatically send out review requests. And you may be thinking like, hey, can I get a card? Like, yeah, sure, you can. However, I've talked to a lot of consumers and they've told me that when they get asked to leave a review in store, they kind of forget because, whenever somebody's in the middle of your service or experience, they're evaluating that experience, right? They're trying to enjoy the experience. They don't want to immediately leave the review. Like, let them finish that before they do, because a lot of times if somebody scans a card and then they leave, they forget, right? And if they haven't completed that experience yet, if they just want to enjoy the experience that they're having, by the time they leave, go to the car and move on with life, they're going to forget. So we're going to be talking about, and look, you should have a card. I mean, do your best to get reviews at every opportunity, of course. But in this, we'll be covering how to automatically send out review requests, how to ethically buy. And when I say buy, I mean, buy. We're really just incentivizing review requests without breaking Google's terms. How we're going to reply to those reviews on autopilot using AI, and then how we're going to turn those reviews into social media posts on autopilot. Um, so we're actually going to be using a cool tool called Tencel. There's a link down below. They give you, I think it's a 14-day trial, and depending on when you're watching this, I think they might even send you a review card for free as well when you sign up for their 2-week trial. But it's pretty simple and straightforward how it works. Once you get signed up with them, all you do is you take your contact list. So, whether you're using a payment processor like QuickBooks or Stripe, Square, something like that, or maybe a booking link like Acuity or Calendly. I mean, there's a handful of ways, and they can help you find out where your existing customers are. But essentially, you take your existing contact list, you upload it into this tool. They help you get SMS enabled, which, by the way, if you're not text enabled as a business, and like if you're not, your whole team and you are not using a business number to text, maybe it's just like on your personal phone or on one of your team's phone, like you are missing out on massive opportunities. So they'll help you get text enabled as a business where it's all centralized into one place. And then once you do that, you can actually activate your review campaign. Depending on how old your business is, how many customers you've had in the past, like a lot of times businesses with that 2-week free trial, they can get like upwards of 50 reviews, if not more, just within those 2 weeks. Because think about it, if you've been in business for 3, 5, 10 years, you have a list of 1,000 to 3,000 clients, customers. When you turn this system on and activate it after you've integrated it, you're just going to get a flood of reviews at once. Now, Once you activate it, get that flood of reviews, then that moves into the ongoing reviews moving forward. So they follow what's called the R3 review method, which is works like this. First step is that they request. Now, what's cool about this tool that I really like that stood out is they actually use a, as you can see here, this is one of my, like, I use this tool personally, so this is my photo. But what they do is they have a system. I don't know how they do it, but they basically take your photo, and then whenever you get a customer review, they send a personalized photo. So like this specific photo was sent out to a client of mine called Phil Reed. And so they'll basically take the name of the customer, throw it on the photo that you give them, and then send it automatically, dynamically every time. So like if it's John or Jake or Betty or Beth, that name is gonna be on that photo every single time. And then, like it says here, in a world filled with noise, one thing still gets people's attention, which is their name. So they automatically send images with the customer's name on them via text and email, along with the review request to make it truly stand out. And then R2 is once they get that reply, AI kicks in response. So like this is a real AI response right here. So this is, I think, a studio, professional atmosphere, like a content studio for photography and stuff. So a professional atmosphere, awesome environment, and the perfect multimedia studio and place to host your or rent out for your needs. Leandro, as well as the rest of the staff, are great at what they do. This was the AI. Thank you for your wonderful review. We are thrilled to hear you enjoyed the professional atmosphere and found our studio to be perfect for your needs. We appreciate your kind words about Leandra and the teams. Your support means a lot to us. So, unlike a lot of these other tools out here, this is a fully automated process where it's like once you integrate it, it's just really set and forget. They use AI to customize each response to the reviewer, so there's no copy and paste responses here. And then R3 here is to repurpose. So, once you actually get that review, their system and their tool takes it and it turns it into a nice social media graphic, so you can give them photos to use in the background, or they have some basic stuff that you can use as well. And they kind of reiterate, I mean, just because you have hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google doesn't mean that everyone on social media knows how awesome your business is, and they help take that off your plate. Some other things that I really like about them, they integrate with software that you're already using. So you can, I mean, they pretty much work with everything, and you don't have to change anything. Pretty much, you just continue doing what you're already doing, and this just works in the background. And even if you don't have one, like if you're not using any tools to help you keep track of your customers and stuff like that right now, they actually have one they can help you get set up with. They do have a nice review widget here, so that you can display those reviews proudly on your website to help increase the likelihood of those potential prospects or website visitors engage and ultimately become a client or customer. And then this is the part where we're ethically buying the reviews. They donate a meal on your behalf of your company. So like you as the owner don't even have to pay for this, but you can tell people that when they do leave a review that a meal is being donated to a family in need here in America. So it's great for PR. But they basically donate a meal on behalf of your company to someone in need each time your business receives feedback as an incentive, creating impact while building your reputation. So this is how we're ethically buying those per se. And again, you don't even have to worry about that. The tool, the team at Tinsel, like they handle all that on your behalf. They report, they track everything. So if you want to verify it, you can. And that's it. I mean, from there, we just really accelerate the review growth. And again, this is the type of results that you get. Anyways, if you liked what you saw here, again at the bottom in the description, there's going to be a link to get started for a free 2-week trial. If you're in a, if you're a more established business, you're probably going to get upwards of 50 plus reviews in a very short time frame. And then I don't know if they're doing it right now, but they might be also giving you one of the like tap and QR code cards that you can have physically with you as well. But yeah, I trust that you got some value out of this, and talk to you soon.